Hello, everyone, and in studio here in the Get Anything Bucket, we have a fantastic guest. She is a speaker's coach, an inspirational speaker, an accomplished actress. She will help you to fire up your life and to put a fire into your passion. She is the author of Ignite Your Life. Please welcome Miss Suzanne Kovi to the Anything Bucket.
Hey, hi. Hi, how are you? Fire, boy, it sounds like I'm going to hurt them. I'm not going to hurt you.
Suzanne's going to be very, very gentle and giving a lot of great strategies about finding that passion and really to set things on fire within yourself, to bring things into the forefront. Suzanne, I know you're an accomplished actress. You've been doing the speakers coaching for a long time. Tell us how that all came about.
Gosh, it's kind of a two-part story, but I'll try to start a little bit towards the beginning. When I was working as an actress, and I had a very successful career as an actress, and I absolutely loved it. It's one of those things that I was born with, and I knew that I was destined to do something with it. And then during my travels and during my career as an actress, like many of us, we have the peaks and the valleys. And it was during one of the darker times of my life, which I'm sure some of you have had, we've all had those, is when I really decided that I had something bigger that I was supposed to do. And that's one of the gifts of being in that place in your life, when you are forced to look at things and you're forced to adjust things a little bit. So when I did that is when I decided that I needed to go out and change my life and ignite it. And then I realized I had a calling. And that was to really empower other people to find their own passion and their own vision, and then give them the skills and the tools to do that. And as I was heading out and into the speaking circuit, I had so many more women and men come to me saying, I want to do what you do. I want to be able to take my story and go out and do the same thing. Can you teach me to do that? So it just organically evolved into being a passionate speaker's coach. And so my vision went from really healing and nurturing other women and men to giving them a stage so they can go out and share their story and change their lives.
And I know that your story is very, very compelling because you've talked about those peaks and valleys, and I know that you had a valley that you turned basically a tragic event into triumph, and are now educating women and men about overcoming adversity. If you would like to share with the viewers a little bit about that insight.
Sure. Well, the event itself is not unusual for a lot of people. And a little bit of that, they can always get the book and they can read a little bit more. But that journey was after the loss of a child, which many people have experienced. But there was a tremendous amount of guilt that went with that. And I kept that inside of me for so long. And one of the things that I didn't realize was that I was already one of those people that kept everything inside and didn't realize that my voice had some kind of value. And I got to a certain point in my life after swallowing that down for so long that it eventually had to come out. And it came out through a nervous breakdown. And it really was one of the greatest gifts in my life. And then when I was fortunate enough to be gifted with climbing my first mountain, which is one of my bucket lists, Mount Everest is on my bucket list. So I was told that I had to begin the journey. My husband sent me to climb a mountain. So at the top of my very first mountain, I always say at 9,100 feet, I got my life back. And that valley and that journey has been what has sparked my whole company. It's now going to be coming out in my next book starting in January. But what I really want everybody to understand, and I really want you to understand this too, and I know you do, is that in the moments that we are in our dark place, whether it's a day, whether it's an hour, whether it's a week, a year, or maybe it's been feeling like a lifetime, is that when you can tap into the strength that you already possess, and you put the focus into the strength and not the emotion attached to the event, you can start to find yourself again. But it's a process and it does take time.
And I know you have a very special catchphrase for that process. If you could share that with the viewers and go a little bit more in depth. I was telling everybody, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to have Suzanne Kovi on the show, and guess what? We're going to get naked. And they were like, what? And I was like, no, not literally, but we're going to delve inside and peel back that onion. So if you can tell us a little bit about that program and how it empowers and inspires people.
Sure, and I love the word onion because Shrek is one of my favorite movies, and he says to Donkey, what do ogres and onions have in common? And he says, you smell. No, but we're like onions. We're like onions, and we peel back the layers. And I like to think of it more in terms of a flower, the multiple petals. But anyway, different story. Yes, I do have a catchphrase, which is be naked, be rich. And it's really interesting when I ask men what that means, they're very surface and they think it means what the words say. But when I ask women, they say, no, it's about getting down to the core, what I call that yoked fire that we have within us. But when we can get back to what that really is, which is what we were given at birth, and we start to nurture that, and we give it fuel, and we give it oxygen, and everything that a fire needs, we can become rich in life again. And rich is not monetary so much as it is the effect and the impact that we can have in the world. And it's amazing when you can give from your place of absolute honor, love, and respect for who you are, your life will be rich because you start to attract more of what you are. And that just makes your life a better place.
And many times it's just a matter of stepping into that power, stepping
Yes.
into your own greatness. And I know you have many, many ways to help people do that. I understand you have a major event coming up in 2014. I think it's
Yeah.
called Sizzle 2014.
Yes, it is.
And if you could tell the viewers a little bit about that, what they could expect at the event. I know you always bring in top-notch speakers. I know you yourself, to just watch your presence and how you present your story
Thank
is
you.
captivating and motivating and inspiring as well. And it's worth the price of admission just to come and see Suzanne Kovi.
No, but we will be dressed, but you will have to get a little naked, but we'll still be dressed. Well, this is an interesting journey. This is an event that I don't know anybody else that's doing this. And it was a calling that I got many years ago. I was out speaking at an event, and as I was speaking, which I tend to just listen to what my spirit tells me to say, and it comes out, I heard myself say, I am here to launch the next wave of transformational speakers. And when I said it, I went, what? Really? Me? So I kind of waited for that to happen. And then when I got the calling at the beginning of the year, it said, now is the time. 2013 is the time where we have to start getting that prepared. And so I said, okay, let's start doing it. So what Sizzle 2014 is a global launch of the next wave of speakers. And I've been so blessed to meet 4 amazing people: Brian Haas, Heather Hunthausen, Brooke Peterson, and Michelle Reynolds. And these are 4 amazingly gifted, passionate individuals who have a message, and what they really need is a platform. So when I had the chance to meet them and I offered them the opportunity to do Sizzle 2014, what we're going to be doing at this event is we're going to use all of their skills and tools to empower everybody in that audience that day that wants to change their life. And I want the audience to experience firsthand what bringing your story to life can do to the world, and hopefully teach them how to do that.
And it's so great that you're doing that, because I tell people in sales all the time, the facts, they tell. The stories, that's
They
what
sell.
sells. And we all have stories. We all have amazing backgrounds. And when we communicate and share great things happening, and if you have a positive message that you can give to our audience this evening,
Yeah.
what would it be?
I really want you to recognize that your passion is worthy of expression. It's a phrase I use on everything. And when you can get to the core of what your burning message is, which most people in life have no idea what that is. But when you can get to that burning message, and then you find the skills and the courage and the ability, and then you find the market, you can change people's lives. And the more we can do that, the more we are going to have the kind of ripple effect in the world that we need to really institute change. And it starts with each and every one of us from that inner spark. So I encourage you to really tap into what that burning message is. And if you don't know what it is and you want to find out, then just feel free to reach out to me and we'll have a conversation about it.
And Suzanne, if somebody wanted to reach out to you about Sizzle or any of the other projects that you're involved in, how they can empower and inspire themselves and be of service and value to others, how could they do that?
Well, they can go to my website, which is www.SuzanneKovi, not Stephen Covey, but SuzanneKovi.com. And of course, Sizzle 2014, make sure you get a ticket for that because it's going to be life-changing, absolutely life-changing.
And to give everybody a little bit of a peek and a little bit of a taste of what to experience at Sizzle 2014, we have a clip to show you. And while you're watching the clip, remind yourself that passion plus action equals success, and that you can achieve greatness, because what the mind can conceive and the heart can believe, you can achieve while watching the clip. Get yourself ready to stay positive and sizzle in 2014.
See you
Share
there.
an incredible opportunity with you. How many of you have ever felt there's something burning inside of you, something that you're eager to share? You've lived a life, you have a story to share, you have passions, ideas, you have desires, but somewhere along your life you've forgotten to bring them to light so the rest of the world can learn from you. See, I've always believed that we all have a story to share, but it's not so much the story that needs to be shared, but the courage it took for you to live it. See, years ago, I had this vision of bringing to the world the next wave of transformational speakers. And that's what Sizzle 2014 is all about. Not only is it an opportunity to bring these powerful speakers out into the world to create global change, but it's our opportunity as a team to ignite your personal story, to help you to see you have so much to share, so much that you can teach, and your story holds the answers. And at Sizzle 2014, you're going to bring that story back to life. It's going to be ignited through powerful speakers like Brian Haas, Scripting the Mind.
It does not dictate who you are. What you do dictates who you are.
Heather Hunhausen, Aligning the Body.
This energy is a tool for you to be able to know how to move forward in your life.
Of course, Lady Rejuvenation, Brooke Peterson.
So we're opening doors to our destiny.
And of course, the fearless patterns of success herself, Michelle Reynolds.
Step into the fear. A brand new you on the other side.
And of course, we're going to have my special guest speaker.
Hi, Sizzle 2014 is going to be a party.
Well, it's actually not a party, it's a celebration for everybody that's going to be in the audience. But I am going to get to speak, right? Well, yes, you are going to get to speak.
Oh, well, and if I'm speaking, it's going to be a party.
Okay, you're right. Then I guess it is going to be a party. So that means that you better go off and get ready. My hair. Oh, I better take care of my hair. I will see you at Sizzle 2014. Love you, darling. Bye. Okay, well, I hope you are excited to learn more about Sizzle 2014 and listen to all these amazing speakers. But Sizzle 2014 is about you. It's about that churning fire that you have inside of you, and I know you do. And it's about bringing it back to life so that you can take this fire all together and just toss it out into the world and create a global change. What's your story? Are you ready to share it? Join us at Sizzle 2014 and be a part of the shift and the change and the excitement that we're all going to do together. Join us January 25th, 2014 in Palm Beach Gardens at the luxurious DoubleTree Hotel. Spend a weekend. Care for yourself, tap into your life stories, and make a difference in the world. See you at Sizzle 2014.
You're a firework. Come on, let you go.